Hey there, everybody. Matt Carter here.
And Jessica Carter from CARTERMATT.com.
This video is our NCIS Season 17, Episode 10. Early theories and hopes. Cote de Pablo is back on NCIS. That is the great news.
Whoop.
The bad news here is that as Coco Vanderwolf moves around...
I've been left.
Yeah, she's about to leave me too. There you go. All right, the bad news is that CBS has inexplicably decided, you know what? We don't need to promote the return of Cote de Pablo on tonight's new episode. We don't need to put a promo or anything at the end of it. Now,
I was a little bit surprised by this because this is a big episode. Cote's coming back. Ziva's coming back. What is happening? I know it's a few weeks out still, but it's not that far that they couldn't have given us something. You could have given us one of those 5-second trailers that tells us nothing but shows her face.
You could have just had her be like, hello, and then you probably would have gotten I don't know, tens of thousands of views on that. But
that's right. Hello, Gibbs. That's it. Cut
Boom.
the black.
Well, this is CBS sort of policy. If they don't have a new episode airing the following week, they tend to not put promos on for any of their shows. I mean, it's not just this particular situation, but
That's true.
That doesn't make it less annoying. It's still annoying that they've done this.
It is.
Beyond that, there's no synopsis that's out there for that either, but we have at least a couple of ideas as to what's going to be happening, so we'll share what we know right now about this, and I'm sure...
until there's more for us to share, we will share what we know.
Yeah, and of course we'll have more down the road, but before we do any of this, if you like this video, be sure to give us a like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any other updates. Let's start with just the basic, return date. It's happening on Tuesday, December 17th.
Still a bit of a wait.
Yeah, it's going to be a while. This is the final episode of 2019 for NCIS. They don't like to say fall finale or winter finale or any of that stuff. But
and I don't blame them. It all gets ridiculous because nobody can just pick the same thing. We can all be on the same page with it.
Is it the fall finale? Is it the winter finale? Or is it the mid-season finale? Nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
But yeah, nobody ever has the same terms. But yeah, so what we know is that, well, even this is rumored on some level, but it seems as though the title is going to be the North Pole or something to that variation. That's been sort of what's out there about it. We'll see when CBS issues the press release.
Yeah.
But all signs point to this being holiday themed in some shape or form.
Yes, NCIS, they like their Christmas episodes. And I feel after last Christmas episode, this is going to be a good one. It is set up for all the merriment that we can think of. They're bringing us the gift of Ziva. She will be back.
Yes, and I mean, as for why...
Don't pretend like you're not excited.
Oh, I'm excited. I mean, why would I not be excited? We've been waiting for this a long time. This is why, I shake my head vigorously at CBS for not giving us anything tonight. We've been waiting for this.
That's right. Here's us giving you the hairy eyeball. Okay, we're done. But we still mean it to the rest of this video.
We do. And if we're going to try to figure out, okay, how is Ziva going to be coming back? I'm pretty sure it's not just because she wants to have hot cocoa with McGee or something like that. There's got to be some reason. Don't get me wrong. I would have plenty of hot cocoa with the Elf Lord myself, not to step on what we're going to be doing in the video reaction later. But yeah, I think it's got to be tied in some ways to what she went through in the first couple of episodes.
Yeah, there's something that she needed to tie up. We don't know what it was. She didn't tell anybody. So I'm sure it's got to be coming back. And the fact that she's coming back on the 17th and then she'll be back for the first episode of the new year feels like an arc. Feels like there might be a cliffhanger or some sort of a connection. That's my theory.
Yeah, that's a pretty good theory because if NCIS has an opportunity to do a cliffhanger and they don't do one, I will question that almost as much as I question the no promo tonight, because it just feels like, guys, what are we doing here? I mean...
Perfect opportunity.
Yeah.
It'll have everybody talking about Ziva all through the holidays,
Yeah.
even though we would be talking about her anyways. It has been an amazing season to have her back. But yes, this would have given us something to talk about But with a cliffhanger,
Yeah.
we will really be talking about. There'll be so much to discuss. There'll be so many theories going around.
Yeah.
I am really hoping for cliffhanger. I don't need her to be on the brink of death or anything like that.
We've already been through this.
We've been through that, done that. We're done with that. We need something that's really juicy, though.
Yeah, something that's juicy, something that's exciting. I mean, there aren't too many details out there about this episode, but what we do know from filming, and we've talked about this before, is that Palmer's going to get a scene with Ziva.
Yes.
We know they filmed something. I'm sure we'll see Ziva at some point interact more with Sloane or with Casey. I mean, she doesn't really know them, but...
She doesn't know them, but I'm very interested to see her and Jack have a scene together.
Yeah, before we depart Ziva Town and head to a different place that I'm sure a lot of you video viewers know already, let's ask a couple of other questions here and make some predictions.
Yeah.
Do you think we will see Tony in the Christmas episode?
No.
Yeah.
I don't. I do think we're going to see him at some point. I don't think that they built up these first 2 episodes to lead us down the Tony lane to then just throw us off a cliff. I don't. I feel that when they did they mentioned Ziva. They had already been kind of talking. There was some groundwork kind of getting laid out here.
Yeah.
I feel the same thing is happening. I can't see them bringing up Tony as much as they're bringing him up or reconnecting her with her daughter without it happening. They're not going to lead us there because why? Why would you do that to us?
Yeah, and that, I mean, it just feels like we're being set up for something. I think the other question is, are we going to see Tali in the Christmas episode? But then that becomes interesting because it's sort of like, can you really see Tali without, Tony? Because it's like, where would...
You can.
Okay. How would we do that?
You can if he's been kidnapped or there's some sort of a situation where they're separated and they're being held apart. Whether it's has been kidnapped or Tony is being held or something that is stopping him from coming there. Because there would have to be something. Because if nothing's stopping him, then yes, he would absolutely be there.
So we know there's going to be high stakes. And we know that we're going to spend some time in Ziva Town in this episode.
Yes,
and
we are.
We'll have plenty of merriment. There will be Ziva-related carols.
That's right.
I think we will have some fun. But after we, have our time in Ziva Town,
we'll have the Ziva red carpet.
Yeah, we'll have the Ziva red carpet. We'll have our Ziva celebration. The party's not over because I hear there's a holiday bash going on at Slib Street, and
that's right. There will be pie. There will be cookies. There will be hot chocolate there too.
Yeah, well, there's gonna be so much sugar at all these parties. We're gonna be like falling over at the end of it.
That's right.
But all right, well, Gibbs and Sloane, they've got a history, albeit a brief one, of having encounters at Christmas time.
I'm just saying, listen, the way that they were hugging each other on the street and he's kissing her on the head and then all this stuff with whatever happened at Christmas and the elephant in the room and the Merry Christmas, something happened. I believe it with my whole heart. I don't know if they did a full-out hookup. I think a kiss. I think maybe a makeout. Something happened. This Christmas, it needs to happen on screen. Make that magic happen on screen. I do agree with what you said last time in the other video. If you haven't watched it, you can check it out below. We had discussion about whether or not there can be 2 romances going on at the same time. That if we have what's going on with Bishop and Torres and something with Sloane and Gibbs, can it all kind of be going on at the same time? And they probably wouldn't have it all on screen at the same time. Who knows? They might. That could actually be kind of interesting and kind of fun. Do I think that someone's going to come out first with it? Yes. Will it be Slivs? Yes. And my reasoning for it is the full circle moment. With Christmas, we're coming up to another Christmas episode. I feel like this is a moment for them. They have to discuss or something needs to be addressed with that elephant in the room picture that is hanging on her wall. They have never talked about it. Now Christmas is coming up is a perfect time. I feel we're going to get some Alec stuff coming up with Nick and with Ellie, but I think in a little while. They kind of threw a little cold water on it for right now. Build up again.
See, why do I have to be the Slim Scrooge? It's just like, I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't It's not that I don't think something's gonna happen. I'm just
move on to the street. We're all here.
I've got a corner lot. I'm
you're
here.
You're about to get kicked off the street.
I'm a believer in slivs.
You're gonna kick you right off the street.
What are you rolling up your sleeves for? Okay, but no, I feel like this is going to be, if I can compose myself now, I think this is going to be an interesting episode for the two of them. I do believe they're going to get together eventually. I'm just not as sold that something happened last Christmas. I've never, on the same level. I think they had a moment, and I think they obviously have feelings for each other. I want to live in a world that the first moment happens on screen where they're like actually kissing or something. That way we get to be a part of it.
This is NCIS.
I understand. I know I'm unreasonable.
Things on this show seem to happen off screen when it comes to romance than really on screen. That would be something new happening here right now.
Yeah.
But we are kind of in a new era where some new things are happening.
It's true.
Gibbs has burned up one of his rules. He has sort of kind of played the line with some others and broken some others. Things are changing. So, yes, I feel like we're going to see something on screen. But yes, I think something happened last Christmas off screen.
Well,
I am going to die on this hill because it happened. Watch. We're going to find out on the 17th.
Steve, Frank, I have a message for you.
Oh, dear. At least it's not me threatening them.
Give us closure one way or another before NCIS ends as a series. Otherwise, I don't know if this argument will ever die. I think we will both be on these hills shouting at each other until the end of time. But now...
It's okay. At least on my hill, we'll all be winning. All of us on Slip Street, dying on this hill.
Well, while you're all on Slip Street, I'm going to go take all the hot chocolate that you left back at the party. But anyway... Let's get your thoughts. What do you guys think is coming on NCIS Season 17, Episode 10? Be sure to share in the comments, and if you like this video, give us a like, subscribe, and you can support us further by checking that link in the description to the CARTERMATT store. And we'll see you here next time.